Welcome to a special series of automation campaign, where ChatGPT is in control. Now keep in mind, we're going to be asking everything to ChatGPT, including what we're going to name the company. So, Epic Drive Motors, it is. Now I've done this before, but then just with ChatGPT only designing regular cars. Now we're not just going to make it design regular cars, but take control of this entire car company. There we are, Epic Drive Motors. You're called ChatGPT. Let's start the campaign. Also, I've decided to go easy mode. Let's start off like kind of simple for ChatGPT at least. And if ChatGPT can actually do this, well, then we'll see if it can also take it harder. So ChatGPT, what should our target demographic be? Looks like it chose fun for a sporty yet enjoyable driving experience. So ChatGPT, what body do you want? ChatGPT chose 12, and this is the 12th body we can choose from. So this is going to be very interesting. So now we're going to do the part that I've done quite a few times before. Basically, we give it all the criteria we need to be able to make a car. And then this guy is gonna, note down everything for us that we need to know to design this thing. We've finished the engine exactly as ChatGPT wanted it. Maybe, it's not looking too bad, to be honest. Got some pretty good power out of this, for how big the engine is. I mean, 3.5 liter inline 6 is pretty crazy for 1950, but look at this. So here's the car. It's obviously not being designed yet. That's something I'm going to do in a second. But I have finished basically making it here, and I'm very proud I managed to get all of this green with the restrictions really kind of ChatGPT set for me. I did everything it wanted me to, and then I just tweaked with stuff like qualities and just really things like that to really get this here. But I'm very happy how this turned out this far. All of this being that dark green, I'm not necessarily used to that in campaign. Here is the Thrill Monster Deluxe, and I hope you guys did enjoy that time lapse. Now, of course, I also did want to say that this is even kind of the boring part, because what I'm just really intrigued as to are the business decisions and stuff like that ChatGPT is going to have to make later. That is, if it survives, which we'll have to see. Anyways, take a look at this design, do a few spin arounds here. Let me know if you have any constructive criticism down in the comments below. I'd always appreciate a little bit of that. I also realized that I forgot to ask ChatGPT what to name the engine, so I asked, and it called it the Power Pulse 6, which coincidentally is a term that some women use to refer to a certain body part of mine. Anyways, continuing, these wheels definitely look fantastic. Basically, this is the vehicle right here. Let's just go ahead and complete it. And I just realized we should ask it if we are going to make new variants of this vehicle. Alright, we have some input here. So here's the full lineup. We have the Classic, Sport, Convertible, and Classic GT. Now just take a quick look at these colors over here. They're beautiful. Yes, ChatGPT did think of those, of course. There are some really nice color combinations there. I'm especially a fan of this Sport one here. For the rest, they don't really have any cosmetic changes, but just take a look at that. Looking very, very nice. Anyways, I think we're good here, and so we're going to move on to the factory selection, and now here is where we get a lot of ChatGPT. Now, you see all these things here? Usually I'm just not really focusing on those, and I skip over these, leave everything at 50 a little bit, but this time I'm going to ask everything to ChatGPT and see what it thinks. So I've inputted all those options, and let's see what this... Oh dear. ChatGPT really wants the company to go bankrupt, doesn't he? Okay, so let's take a look at what we're doing right here. So we have 37 months of engineering time, and what's it gonna cost us? Okay, so it's gonna cost us a total of 11 million and 5.29 thousand per engine. So let's take a look at what this looks like when we go like this. So I mean, the material costs have dropped a lot. This has literally quadrupled, and it's gonna take us 200 and... We can't do this. Huh. Okay, so I don't think ChatGPT really understood that it was meant to be on a scale from 1 to 100, so I re-asked the question, and now we've got an 80, 90, 85, 30, and 60. That's solved a lot, and definitely that, but 131 months of engineering time, and that is, we do get a 36-month reduction, but what does that really matter? You know, this is literally 11 years. It's 11 years, right? And that's not even gonna work. So I get ChatGPT is trying to be realistic, but with the limitations of this game, I don't think we can make that work. So there we go, it's a little better now. I tried to not watch the costs here since, you know, those were still handleable, but I just made sure to get a little bit of reduction. So now, including the 36-month reduction, we have a total of still 36 months, right? So, you know, that's just how it's gonna be. I mean, I kind of want the series to continue, and to be able to do that, we're not gonna spend 11 years, on this, because that's not really how this game is going to allow us to work. So we're on to the engine factory over here. So I mean, we don't have a choice for a lot of things. Oh, we can actually ask it the size. So ChatGPT, what's the size of... Okay, so a medium-sized factory. So then the number 1 to 3, of course, and then a 2. We're gonna go for a medium 2. So there we go, that's nice. Of course, we're not gonna unnecessarily add these. Alright, so ChatGPT wants QA testing as well as maintenance, which is gonna be an expensive endeavor, but no staff facilities. So kind of base ChatGPT, I suppose, but oh well. Moving on over here, worker wages and worker quality. Something tells me ChatGPT is gonna want me to slide these all the way up. Alright, so interesting. In terms of worker wages, ChatGPT wants us to pay 120% of the normal wage, which, you know, apparently it does kind of like workers now, but it does want us to search for the top 70, for the top 75th percentile and up. So, you know, that's going to be kind of interesting. We're going to have some high quality workers here, so that's cool. Total average costs 1.3 thousand. Seems good to me. So looking at this, it looks good to me. Total average cost 1.3 thousand. Oh, this is just the engine, right? So we can go ahead and complete that. So we've gotten the engine here now. Then we can move on, complete the design right there. So we have that. That's the engine configured. And now we need to do the same for our car factory. So I kind of ran through a bit of the factory here, asked everything, otherwise it's going to take forever. But for the minimum shifts, max, and target, minimum, maximum, and target, ChatGPT actually thought of this, so I didn't even have to change it, which is cool. And the worker wages and quality were the same, which was probably to be expected. Anyways, the possible profit here is looking really nice. So I definitely do like that. So you can go ahead and complete that right over there. Have that now. Let's continue over here, and then there's a few things we need to ask. What are our profit margins going to be, the deposits, and what is our break-even, target break-even point going to be? So I asked ChatGPT some stuff. Minimum deposit's going to be 15% on each of these. Target break-even point at 4 years. And it looks like we're going to be profitable. It also came up with some margins. So that's pretty cool. And we can just continue here. Take a look at this. Pray that this production is going to go well. And then let's take a look at that. The total project costs is 567 million. That's kind of crazy. It's a little bit expensive, to be honest. But I'm not going to take out a... Actually, of course, we need to ask this. No, it's going to be 488 million. And the loan would have cost us like 100 million extra. Oh, thank you, ChatGPT, for just being reasonable right now and allowing me to not have to take out a loan. I almost expected it to say something like, now you need to keep some capital, blah, 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 so you should always take a loan. I'm happy it saw that we did definitely not need to do that. So we can sign off right over here, and we can agree. Actually, I should have asked ChatGPT if it agreed, but, oh, well. So now I'm gonna go back to ChatGPT and ask it a bunch of stuff, like how much money we should be putting into research and development each month, as well as, where is it, marketing. There it is, you get the idea. Okay, so let's run through some time over here. I had a little bit of an entire really interview with ChatGPT, so that was interesting. Of course, I now know exactly what it wants, where it wants to allocate money to, including marketing. So once we hit 1951, February 1951, bam, we need to pause it there. Let's check the yearly financial report real quick. So spent a lot of money engineering, gained, wow, a lot of money actually through interest, so that's definitely welcome. So we are going to go into marketing over here, and we have a budget of, I believe it was 50,000 a month. So let's see what this would cost. That costs a lot, but okay. It's still early too. So what do we want here? I think I'll just do one of those as well. And that is, oh, actually, it's a lot cheaper to market in Hetzvia. So that's nice. I'll just leave it at that for right now. Then we'll continue and invest more in marketing as we go. So in August, which I believe is the 8th month, we'll be able to up that budget to 100,000. So here we are. We have some pre-orders, so that is definitely cool. Anyways, we can go back, not to car projects. I also do know when ChatGPT wants to make facelifts, when it wants us to start making new models, so that's all very cool, of course. Marketing right here. So now we have 100,000 to spend. So we're gonna go like that. That is 67,000 and that is 35,000, looking pretty good. And that's what I'm gonna leave it at for right now. So that is pretty cool. Then we'll need to wait until we're at a year before the release. As you can see, we are actually cool enough. Selling pre-orders already. That is definitely very nice. I like that a lot. February 1952. Gotta pause it here. Made a surprisingly less loss. Car sales, we made a lot. Marketing, we lost more to marketing than we made from car sales. Who cares? I mean, it's not really my fault, is it? We can go back into marketing over here, and now you want to spend 200,000 a month on marketing. So let's see. Let's add one safety and one what was it? Reliability here, and drivability, and actually that's getting really expensive. Let's just go like that, and I think that's good. So there we are, and then we can continue over here until we're 6 months before the release, which is going to be soon. We're making a loss, which is too bad. Well, obviously, right, because we're constructing the factories now, which kind of sucks. But you know, we have some backlog. So I mean, we are selling things, which is of course nice. That's always good. So let's go back into car projects. Not car projects, marketing of course over here, and now we can up this to 300,000. So this is that right here. I don't think I really spend this much on marketing usually, but you know, we'll have to see. We will have to pray. It's also probably not very smart to do that whilst we're making a huge loss on the factories. We now have sold an entire month worth. Please continue. Oh, let's pause it so we can check out the yearly financial report right here. So what are we doing? 11 million in car sales, which is really nice. Of course, a lot of money spent on car factory construction and stuff like that. The classic GT, we're already not selling a lot of. I'll wait until we're halfway through 1953, and then I'll ask ChatGPT what to do. There we are. This is where we're at. Let's see. After ChatGPT explained to me that we're doing some stuff clearly wrong, I've now adjusted the shifts for the factories, so that's good. Oh, that is a little less good. A decision needs to be made. Well, time to feed this to ChatGPT. So it gave me 2 entire breakdowns of everything, and eventually it told me the quiet recall. Which I kind of expected it to give us a full recall, but oh well, the quiet recall it is. So we made that decision. Let's hope it doesn't get discovered, and we can go forward 1 more month now, which is gonna pass. Actually, no, it's 2 more months now. Yep, that's right, until we're in 1954, which is right here. And now we do actually appear to be making a profit somehow. Like, that's crazy. Anyways, yearly financial report, we can go ahead and check this out. Of course, we made a massive loss, but we did make 333 million from car sales, which is a ridiculous amount. I don't know how we were making that much of a loss. If we compare it to the marketing here, that's looking pretty good. But I suppose this is the end of the episode over here. Since we are at January 1954, this is the exact spot where we do not only need to start working on a new facelift for this car according to ChatGPT, but also actually an entirely new model. So that's going to be really interesting. We're going to be making those both in the next episode, and we're going to try not to go bankrupt. In between these episodes, I'll also do some more inquiring to ChatGPT as to research and development, since it wasn't too enthusiastic about that, especially because we already have all these +2 standard, because we're in easy mode, And of course, car projects, type of bodies, and marketing too. I'll need to do some inquiring to ChatGPT as to what it wants to do there. But for right now, as I said, that was basically that. If you did enjoy the episode, then make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified when the next one comes out. For right now, though, thank you ever so much for watching, and I do hope to see you again in the next one. Bye bye.